Hi guys, today I want to make a slider bracelet with you. I want to do some looming without a loom, to be exact, and these, when you do some, this is called a ladder stitch. These will go on pretty easy, so I think that's a wonderful design. But with the loom you got like 100,000 threads that you need to take care of, and with ladder stitching it's gonna take a little longer, but with ladder stitching you only have to deal with one thread. So the basic plan is to get some cup chain, which is 2 millimeters. Slide that on there. And only 2 millimeter will fit in there, 3 millimeter doesn't fit. And then put that on there, and then with another chain just kind of close that up. So that's the design that I want to be making today. So we need to get started on the ladder stitching, and I'm waiting to order those in gold so that everything will be the same. You can, for yourself, decide how long you want your thread to be. I will be adding a new thread later on and show you how to do that. Don't forget to wax your thread, and let's get started. We're going to start with 1 gold, 2 black, 3 gold, 2 black, and 1 gold. Now leave a considerable amount of thread at the end so that you can use it later on. You want your bracelet to be exactly in the middle when you finish up, so that might mean that you need to add a couple of rows on the other side, on this end side, when you're to the end of your bracelet. I hope that makes sense. If not, don't worry, I'll explain that later on again. Okay, so put that around your finger, hold that tight, pick up a black seed bead, go into the first gold, watch out that you don't stick in your fingers, and back into that black seed bead that you just added, and then just pull everything tight forward so that you don't lose that bead being on the bottom here. Now next, add a gold, go on top of the black, pull that tight, and also go in back in that gold. And I'll pull everything tight, add a black, and back into that seed bead that you just added, another black, into the gold, and back into that black, one gold, into the middle gold, and back into that gold. You can see how tight it is on my finger. And one black, and you only have to hold it until you get done with that first row, or when actually that's the second row. So, and we're gonna do one black, now we're going to add one gold again, and one black. Okay. Now we got our first row set. I'm going to go through the first row with our needle, all of them, and then back through the second, and that will place everything neatly as it would look with a loom. I'm going to turn that around, and basically what you're going to do is this one is going to go to the middle. So that means you need 2 black before you can add a new gold. So black, and you can let that go, by the way. You don't have to hold that anymore. Black, and another black. If you do 2 different colors, make sure that your seed beads are about the same size, because you know, with the coating, some of them will be bigger and some of them will be smaller. So now we're going to go at that third one. It's going to go on black, the gold. Now we're going to add black again 3 times. 1 on the gold, 2 and 3, and then we're going to add gold again. Maximum amount of seed beads, black seed beads, is 3 on a row. So we just did that, and 3, and now we're going to add 2 black again. One, 2, and we're going to go back through the first row, the previous row, so that's the second row in this case, and you're always going to do that, back through the previous row. Make sure you pick them up all, make sure you got them all, and then we're going to go into the row you just added and pull that tight, and then turn that around. Pick up a black, and back in there, another black, and back in there, another black, and then you'll notice that the next one needs to be a gold if you want to go that way. So that's a gold. Then we got 1 black, and then we got this gold coming from that way, so we need to add gold here. And then we got 3 black. Two and 3. Now we're going to go all the way back again through the previous row and up again to straighten that all out. And look how nice that looks, just like it's loomed. So 1 black, one gold, one black, another black, and now we're going to close up the two gold lines where they're coming together. And then black 2 times and a gold. Black, black, and a gold. And one more black. Through the previous row again. Make sure you go through all of them. And up. Pull that tight and turn it around. Black. Another black. Another black. And then we're going to make the lines cross like that. So we need a gold, that's a weird gold, a little bit big. Gold, black, gold, and 3 black. That's a weird seed bead. Let's have a seed bead. Sometimes when you do this kind of stitch, you can immediately see when the seed bead is not evenly sized to the other ones. You gotta get them off if you do. Black. And another black. And back through the previous row. And through the rows you just added. And pull tight. Turn. Three times, 2 times black. 1. 2. Gold. Two times black. 1. 2. actually 3 times black, I guess. 3. And then we're doing the gold. It needs to go right there. Need to go white again. And then 2 more blacks. One, 2. And back through the previous row. Don't forget that, because that makes your piece look really straightened out. It looks very nice, doesn't it? Okay, now we're going to go around again. Black. And as you hold that, you see that seed bead right there is gold, and it's coming down. So we need to add another gold. Gold. Now we're going to do 2 black, and then we're in front of this row. So 2 black. 1, 2, and then we're going to add that gold. And then we're going to do 2 black again. One gold. And 1 black. And I'm going to go all the way back through these. Previous row, the row you just added, and pull tight. Now, this is basically your whole pattern, and this is where it starts. Okay, where it starts again with the next part. So we're going to start with the gold seed bead. Let me turn it around. Gold seed bead, 2 black, 3 gold, 2 black, 1 gold. And if you look here, you'll see that this is your last one that you need to finish. 1 gold, 1 black, 1 black, 3 gold, 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 black, and your last gold. Okay, previous row. And the one you edit. So after this you're going to continue. This row is next, but as you will see you need to go up your gold again here, and you need to add that one right there. So it's much easier to see now what to do. I guess you pause me now until you run out of thread, and I will show you how to add the new thread. Okay, I'm at the end of my thread, well almost. I might be able to do one more row, but I'm not gonna gamble on that. Make sure that you finish your row and that you have gone up and down, and then we're gonna work the thread away by going back into the previous row. And you just went through there, and now we're gonna go up the row after that. And then you can just zip off your thread. And then we're going to add a new thread. Make sure that you wax it. I already got mine already. So this is where we came out with our previous thread. So I'm going to go back in there with a new thread and pull that through. Leave a little bit of space. Turn it around. And if you wonder where you stopped, there's always your end till. So if your end till is at the bottom, that's where you stopped. If you by accident turn it around, just turn it back. I just want to make sure that I go into the same direction as where I ended. And now we're going to add, I gotta go add the first gold. And up. And then a black. And then you're just going to finish a row like you have been doing. One black. Three gold. One. Two. And three. One black. Another black and a gold. And a gold. And then previous row again. Oops, missing one. You can actually feel that when you miss one, because one will bulge out. And back into your row that you just did. Pull that tight. Now this ain't going anywhere anymore, so you can actually zip that off or cut that off, whatever you feel safest. With, and then you just continue working your rows until your bracelet is long enough. Don't forget that you're gonna have that clasp at the end, but one row will be going in there. Like that. Or do people put 2 rows in there? No, 2 rows won't fit. 2 rows for 15 O's, I would say. But if you're using 11 O, one row is going in there. So I suggest you pause me now until you get everything done, and then we'll figure out how to make sure that the end and the beginning look exactly the same on both sides. So I finished my bracelet, and both ends now look the same, so I'm going to test it, and it almost closes up, so I'm going to add my tubes on there to see how close that will be, because I do want it to dangle a little bit. I don't want it to be too tight on my wrist. So I'm gonna go, oh, it's kind of hard to get that on there. And another tube, and this is just for testing. So let me see. Yeah, that's pretty close. And when the clasp goes on there, you'll have a little bit of room. If you feel that that's too close, then you can, of course, get one of the rows out. And maybe that would be a good idea. Just get one of the rows out to give it a little bit more room, because when that chain comes near it, you don't want that to be too big. So I think that's pretty good. If your bracelet is not big enough, after you kind of measured it, you might want to do one row on this side and then one row on that side, and then one row on this side, to keep that pattern even on both sides. So I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to work my thread away. I'm going to go previous row and back again. And this feels tight enough, so I can just kind of cut that off. This one is a new thread that I added, so I can cut that off already also. And then we're going to just take this thread and then work that away. I'm going to go through the beginning again, tighten that up real good. Kind of a mess there. And one more. Okay. Cut that off. And then we're going to measure our chain. I'm going to put that right, of course, from beginning to end. So this chain's got to go about a little bit over. Might as well put that on there. Get the chain in first. Get that in there. And that would be right after this cup right here. I can put the other one in there too. Make sure that that is in there too. Be right here. Okay, And now we can put the other one, this one we can close now. Let's see if you can push that down. No. Physically impossible to push that down with your fingers. So that would be oh, nice. Okay. So now we're going to put the other side on. Make sure that your chain is straight. First, that cup chain. That one. That one. Now find out that that is, just kind of turn that a little bit and then push down on it. So we're going to add the clasp. Also, I'm going to use a 4mm bicone for on my head pin, so let's get that one started first. I'm going to do a black seed bead on top of there. See, this has a little ball on the bottom. If this is flat, make sure that you use another seed bead underneath it so that you don't damage your little bicone there. So I'm going to cut that off. And I'm going to put that little dangle right on there. Close that up. And now we're going to put that on the jump ring. And if you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't really matter because this bracelet is exactly the same on both sides. You can just kind of turn it around if you're left-handed, or the other side if you're right-handed. So I'm going to put that one on there. And close that up. And put the other jump ring on the other side. And close that up. Took me a little bit of juggling to get it on, but here it is. So that leaves me to clean up, and my mom is coming over tomorrow, and we're going to do some work in the backyard with my uncle and my mom. So I don't have time to finish up the PDF today, but or tomorrow, but I will have that up Friday. I got the day off, so I'll be working on the PDF file to get that finished. And if life doesn't get in the way, then that should be finished on Friday. So see you guys later. Bye.